All right, YouTube, just a real quick update on issues that I've been having with the Geissele, or not necessarily with the Geissele. I don't think it's an issue with the firearm at all. At this point, after some ammo testing, I just think it doesn't like certain ammos. I think certain ammunition companies are probably not putting the same grains of powder in their cartridges, and it's not allowing for the weapon to cycle properly because it works perfectly fine, as I've stated in other videos, with military spec ammo, like the M193 55 grain full metal jacket NATO round, the XM 855 green tip. Flawless operation. Not one single issue out of this firearm running those ammunitions. The one that I've had the most problems with, and let me back up a little bit. So originally I had the H2 buffer with the 42 Geissele buffer spring. So I switched from the Geissele H2 to an H1, which is about a difference of maybe an ounce or a little more, maybe an ounce and a half of weight in the buffer, hoping that that would, remedy the issue that I was having. And that did to a degree. I mean, it ran the 68 grains, but it would not cycle back the bolt far enough to lock open on an empty magazine. So it went from, with the H2 buffer, it went from not cycling the rounds at all. I'd fire the first round and it would cock the trigger, so the bolt carrier group slid back far enough to recock the weapon, but not back far enough to catch the next round, strip it off the top of the magazine, and chamber it and lock. So it didn't do full function cycles with the H2 buffer. With the H1 buffer, I got it to cycle back far enough to chamber the next round on the 68 grains, which I don't still, it's kind of boggling my mind why the grains of the ammo matter. But it is what it is. So now what happened is it would cycle the 68 grain, and I don't know if I said this before, but I don't have a script here and I'm just talking. So my apologies if I repeat myself. The 68 grain would cycle the ammo, it would fire, but it would not lock back at the end on an empty mag. So then I switched to the 75 grain Frontier ammo. It wouldn't cycle at all. Like, I had to use I had to rack the charging handle every time I wanted to chamber a round, and I went through 20 round mag like that, and I called it a day. I wasn't gonna mess with it anymore. And in that course of fire, one of the 20 rounds, it did come back far enough just to barely catch the back of the round, and then it halfway chambered it, so it kind of got jammed between the bolt and the feed ramps and dinged the casing up and made it not usable. So I had to throw that round away. So I also had some 75 grain and 77 grain Remington 223 ammo that also, while it fired, it would not cycle, or at the end of the magazine, in an empty mag, it would not lock the bolt open on an empty magazine. So that's where I'm at. My conclusion in all my ammo testing is this: all ammos don't use either the same powder that has the same burn rate that allows it to burn hot enough to get the round out of the barrel and cycle the gas system back fully. For whatever reason, the Winchester M193s, they run perfect. This thing runs like a well-oiled machine, even with the H2 buffer in it. Doesn't matter, doesn't care. But for whatever reason, Frontier by Hornady does not work. What else was I going to say? Oh, so this Geissele, all the new Geisele's come with a Hux Works. Whoop. All the Geissele's come with a Hux Works I don't know. I call this a compensator or muzzle brake. But anyway, this muzzle brake is the Huxworks muzzle brake, made for the Huxworks Flow 556 and Flow 556 tie suppressor. So I'm probably going to be going all in and just getting a suppressor for it, which I think is, you know, kind of the way it's built. The reason it's built the way it is, it has the aperture, the opening on your gas block is sized to be overgassed and all these other things, so that when you put the suppressor on it, it'll cycle, because you're going to have more trapped gas inside the system, correct? So it's going to cycle the weapon better theoretically, because you have more pressure behind the bullet being trapped inside the gas system, therefore cycling the gas system more fully. So that's where we're at. I'm going to apologize for any hesitation or repetitive speech here, because like I said, do not rehearse, do not script. You're getting it raw. All right. Have a great day, guys.